Only a few things are truly promised in life, like death, taxes, throwing bricks at the homeless, but especially weebs arguing over fictional women.
Proved contentious waifus is best girl.
If you spend any time within the anime community, you've probably seen people argue about their waifus, a typical back and forth about which anime girl would make the better wife. And I made a tier list about this, and even if they were real, I don't think they would want me. Point is, anime fans like their women, and I don't blame them, okay? Anime bitches are immaculate. But ladies and gentlemen, you can read. You know what this video is about. Now, I was gonna start this part by explaining what lolis were, just for all the normal people watching, and then I remembered that I'm King Jaiber. They play my shit in the insane asylums. But jokes aside, lolis are basically underage anime girls who get sexualized. Oh, but don't worry, okay? Us anime fans do not discriminate. We got that shit in boys too. For the sake of this video, just know that anytime I talk about lolis, I'm talking about the boys too. Gender equality may be cool and all, but some anime fans are so down bad that they will take anything with ovaries. It's important to note that lolis aren't just some hentai exclusive shit, right? They're also in just normal ass anime. Like, Americans wake up with SpongeBob, and Japan wakes up with this. Now, of course there are network restrictions in place, but you see this girl? Google her name, okay? She's actually 7,000 years old. This one is 800. Now, as far as I remember, these two shows never actually sexualize these characters, but this is the same fandom that will literally ship any two characters that exist on screen at the same time. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out what they do when they're horny, okay? Anyways, you get the point, right? Some shows say that a girl is 20 and make her look fucking 6. There you go. But some other shows just get confusing with this, right? Like in Bleach, Nell is able to switch between being a fucking diaper-shitting toddler and being a full-time Hot Topic employee. Honkers and everything. Now, Kubo made it very clear that he was gonna put the honkers away when she's in toddler mode, but it's also confusing. Like, hypothetically, if I took Nell on a date, the one who's a grown-ass adult, would it be legal or would I end up in court next week? And with One Piece, everyone including me will tell you that Oda is a god with his attention to detail. So after 10 to 15 years of having this girl's titties out, why the fuck did he say she was 12? And then you have other shows like My Dress Up Darling, which really just don't seem to give a fuck. Like, for context, this girl is 15. And for more context, right after this there's an ass shot, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, his wiener gets hard. And as somebody who likes Made in Abyss, this scene is just not it, man. This girl is, she's fucking 12, oh my god!
Bitch, I don't care if you don't like me, cause I'm still smoking crack.
Now, as you can imagine, there's basically only two sides to this debate. Either you're against this shit, or your parents didn't beat you enough. And take it from the guy who just made a video about Boku no Pico, alright? I will never go shoe shopping with somebody who likes lolly. They will be jerking it to the size 11s. But at least in that video, I didn't say all the gay shit I would usually say. Like, here's my stance on Jujutsu Kaisen. Jujutsu Kaisen is just like two gay dudes fucking, cause I can't stop watching it. Here's my stance on Boku no Pico. If I realized that I liked minors, I would also be speedrunning liver poisoning. Now, even if I made my stance clear by now, I've practiced this argument too many times in the shower. I think it's at least worth examining arguments from the other side. These are some interesting critters, okay? I gotta get them under a microscope.
If she don't do the laundry, I'ma beat my wife. If she don't buy...
If you ask somebody who likes lolly how they evaded jail time,
we've all jerked it to lolly at some point or another.
They'll usually bring up three main reasons. The first one is that half of these bitches are adults, the second is that they aren't real, and the third is that Japan's consent age used to be 13. Alright, so now that I've laid all of these out for you, I'm gonna tell you why they're fucking stupid. You see, in real life, some women are just short. It's like they have dwarfism or something, right? She could be your age, maybe even older, and get mistaken for being younger. It's not your fault that her parents fucked and made a midget, alright? It doesn't matter. But the difference is, those motherfuckers still show signs of physical maturity. In the case of Lolis, this is a grown-ass adult. In the real world, this is a grown-ass adult. He just has dwarfism. Anime is not real life. Legal women don't just spawn in being short. In anime, some legal women are tailor-made to look as young as fucking possible. Like, you have to understand that somebody sat down, created multiple character profiles of this bitch, showed his editor, drew her on 10 panels of a chapter, and thought he was cooking. Like, if you're looking at this and thinking it's attractive, what is the number one reason? Is it her personality, her sense of responsibility, or knowing that she has a playdate at 4 p.m.? Everybody and their mom has a story about their childhood cartoon crushes shaping their taste in women. So why the fuck is it different when it's Japanese animated minors? If any of you know somebody who likes lolly shit, I want you to give them a call and give them this quick and easy test, alright? Step 1, ask them about their cartoon crushes as a kid and their current taste in women. Step 2, bring up their lolly addiction. You will have them stuttering, alright? You will have them straight fucking flabbergasted. Back before the age of consent changed in Japan, many people tried to fall back on the excuse that lolly is fine because 13 is legal there. Ladies and gentlemen, even a dumbass like me can tell you how contradictory this defense is to the other two that I already covered. Arguments about them being fine because they're fictional automatically fall apart when you mention real-world fucking consent ages. You can't just believe that your defense isn't rooted within the real world and then use real-world laws to create a second defense. You're merging two completely different worlds in order for this defense to work. Both the real world and its laws, along with the fictional world of these women not being real.
I'm not a big fan of the government. 30 on 30. I'm not a big...
Now, if you've got a favorite video to fucking jerk your Jimmy to, this can be protected due to claims of education and entertainment. However, videos of this nature that involve children are fucking terrible and aren't protected. But then you throw in hentai and foreign production into the mix, and motherfuckers have no idea if this is legal or not. And that's basically why Boku no Pico never got an English dub. Even before a real conclusion was reached, why the fuck would you buy the rights to this? That's a fucking death wish. So yeah, lolly is disgusting, and that's about it. See ya. Also, my bad if I didn't go too in depth. Like, the fuck you want me to talk about? It's just terrible. Like, yeah.